I have powdery mildew. I have lots of it. It did look worse, but I removed a whole section of leaves that were completely covered in it, trying to slow it down until I could get out here. And this may be the culprit that is tearing up my cucumber crop. This is one sad, sorry looking bunch of cucumber plants that are putting out some very sad looking crop. Little yellow round ball shaped cucumbers, and that's not how they're supposed to look. Now it's possible that I'm getting so much mildew and fungus in my garden because I have my compost bins right there and things are blowing over into the garden. But either way, we're going to get it treated. So let's head off to the garage and get our stuff. Back in the garage to set up for treating that mildew. What I'm going to use is this garden safe fungicide. I'm using this because it was on the shelf in my garage and I don't feel like going to the store. We're going to apply it though with the Ortho hose end sprayer. This is my go-to. This thing is so easy to use. You can see right here on the dial, we dial in what the rate is. So I have it set for 1 ounce, which is what this calls for, 1 ounce per gallon. With that, you can change it to whatever you want to, but it will not mix inside the container. It actually draws it up through this hose and it gets mixed here and sprayed out through this end where you can change the setting to whatever spray pattern you prefer. What's nice about that is that when I'm done with this, I can dump the leftover from here back into this container because it did not mix into there. What you do want to know is that this piece sits on the bottom, and if you don't have enough chemical in there, it won't be able to draw it up. So you want to put plenty in there, and it's okay because you're going to put the rest back into this container when you're done. A little bit more. There we go. That's simple. Put this back on the shelf till later. This is ready to go. So we'll take this out to the garden, hook this up to the end of the hose, turn it on, and we're ready to go. Squeeze this trigger, and we're off to the races. All right, out back. All right, so we've got our fungicide, our hose on sprayer connected to the hose, water turned on, and we're back out in the garden. I'm going to go with the fan tip setting, and I probably should not have looked that thing straight in the barrel when I turned it, but hey, I lived. I've got the dial set to 1 ounce, and we're ready to rock and roll. It's mixing because I can smell it.
You wanna know what's beginning of the love? You look so hard that you can't see enough. Just find it and take it, don't let regret it. Make me your only one. You choose it, don't lose it, don't let confuse it. Only then you be God.
Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is give the plants a little boost. This is something I do in my lawn all the time whenever I have a disease problem, is I hit it with some fertilizer to help stimulate growth so it can outgrow the disease. And it's worked 100% of the time. So I'm going with an organic fertilizer. It's some pretty good stuff. It comes out of Milwaukee. So if you know what I'm talking about, hit the like button and leave a comment and let me know what you think it is. If you get it right, then I don't know, I'll give you a high five or something. Thumbs up. I don't know. I also threw in a little synthetic fertilizer just to help it to grow a little faster. The organic stuff takes a while. It's about 10 days out from the time you put it down to the time you see the results. So the synthetic will just give it a quick boost. So this is the fertilizer I'm going to use. Organic is the black, and those little white spots, those are some of the synthetic stuff. So I'm just going to take this over here and kind of spread it down in the root system of the plants just to give them a quick boost. Can't really go wrong with it on the organic side, but the synthetic stuff can burn a plant. That's why we're only doing a small amount of that. And I don't want it getting caught up in the leaves, so I'm working it down here to the plant's base. So we'll get our cucumbers pretty well covered, and then come back over here to this zucchini plant that's been struggling. And we're just putting it right down there at the base. What the organic fertilizer does is it feeds the soil and not the plant. And that's what gives you that slow growth. The synthetic fertilizer feeds the plant. So the organic stuff is like, it's like a good meal. Give your kids a good meal, it does their body good. Synthetic is like a snack. It's not going to do them much good, but it will make them hyper for a little bit. So we hit it with both. All right, that wraps it up.